Okay, let's continue this as part 2. So what we're doing is we're plugging in the numbers. And what I did is it's already plugged in the numbers really quick. And then now I plugged them in, color coding them. So I want to go through and show you exactly how I plugged each one in. X times Y, it's just X times Y. And this is the sum of X times Y, so I'm plugging in negative 22. Okay? And then I've got the sum of the x's. So I got the sum of the x's, and I'm plugging that in as 6. Then the sum of the y's, and the sum of the y's is negative 9, so I'm plugging in negative 9. And then I have it over n, and n is 3. Okay? And then I have the bottom equation, which is the sum of the x's squared. The sum of the x's squared is 14, so I'm plugging in 14. The sum of the x's squared, so the sum of the x's, where I added up the x's, and then I squared it, right, is 36, so that's where I'm getting the 36. And then the n is still 3. And then that's times the quantity of the sum of the y squared, so the sum of the y squared, so I squared the y's and I added them up and I got 41, so that's where we got the 41, okay? And then I got minus the sum of the y's, the sum of the y's where I added up all the y's, but then I squared it and I get 81. Okay? Divided by n, which is 3. Okay? So now we just do the simple math. Okay? And the simple math, let's get rid of those two, is we go through and we say, okay, now I have negative 22. Okay, minus a minus, which is going to make it a plus, right? And then we do that. We divide this and out, so we go 6 times 9 divided by 3. So it's what was it, 18? So it's the same thing as if I said 2 times 9, believe it or not, because it's all multiplied. Right? It's 6 times 9 times 1/3. I mean, we like to say divided by 3, but it's really times 1/3. And so it doesn't matter how we do it. So I can divide the 3 into 6 first and get 2 times 9, which is 18. Okay? All over. And let's do the second part in another color. Okay, so now I have 36 divided by 3. Which is 12, okay? So then I have 14 minus 12 times, and this is all under the square root sign, times the quantity of 41 minus 81 divided by 3, or 27 in this case, right? Okay? So then I do some of that simple math, and I got negative 22 minus 18, or plus 18, sorry, so that's actually negative 4 divided by the square root of, and actually let's do this in a different color so we can see it, negative 4 divided by the square root of, and 14 minus 12 is 2, and 41 minus 27, 14. Okay, so I'm going to take this over to the other thing. So I got negative 4 divided by the square root of 2 times 14. Right?
Which is going to be equal to...
Let's bring that over here. Okay. Alright. Let's grab some of my colors. Alright, so now what I really want to think of this is negative 4 divided by the square root of 2 times 2 times 7. Because I want to be able to pull anything out of the square root as I can. And the square root of 4 is 2, but I can also think of it as trading 2 for 1 outside the box. So I pull these out, and I've got negative 4 over 2 times the square root of 7. And here's the thing, well, negative 2 goes into negative 4 and negative 2 times, right? So over the square root of 7, and then what happens here is I get rid of the square root of 7 on the bottom, by multiplying it by the square root of 7. So then my R value is equal to negative 2 square roots of 7 all over 7. Or I take the calculator and I take the square root of 7 times negative 2 and divide it by 7, and I get negative 0.755929, or negative 0.76. That's good enough.